right, man. What's going on, guys? What's going on? So, my apologies for not really. I kind of did what my guys at GoCast wanted to do, and wait for all the trades to go down to kind of address the trade rather than go make a video trade by trade. A lot has went down. In my 30 plus years, my 30, 40 plus years as a Knicks fan, I mean 40 years as a basketball fan, NBA fan. This has been, it's been probably been around 40 years I've been a fan of this league. Probably been about 40 years. This has been the most memorable lit trade deadline I've ever seen. The stories, the intrigue, the who know what, the double crossing, the who knew what, when, where, the little inside scoop on how these trades actually get come about, the negotiations and everything like that. This has been a very very lit trade deadline. There's no two ways about it. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. This has been a lit trade deadline. Now you got a Kevin Durant saga. You got Anthony Davis on the couch with his girlfriend or his new wife, when his trade news went down. Luka being traded. I mean, guys that you would never think would be traded. I mean, De'Aaron Fox, you thought De'Aaron Fox would be, that's like maybe the second or third biggest trade that has been made. And so, there's a lot of, and I'm just gonna give my early thoughts. I'm gonna be on GoCast tonight. I got the invite. I'm about to get up with Charles tonight. In a minute, to see what's exactly when I can expect and all of that. But Jimmy Butler, that was supposed to be the big move. Jimmy Butler and Fox, but you got a lot of moves. Brandon Ingram moved to Toronto. I've never seen a trade deadline like this. There have been trade deadlines where the biggest name that moved was fucking Jay Crowder, a guy that's making 9 minutes, playing 9 minutes a game this year, basically out of the league. There have been trade deadlines where everybody was scared to make a move, and I think now a lot of things with the salary cap and everything else, with the new salary cap rules and everything else, have made it to where guys, I want to start with this, man. The player empowerment movement is over, and if there's one thing that you understand, right? While teams are still, and I'm gonna get into while teams are still trying to do the super team route, which I think the super team route is over. I think the super team route is over, but the player empowerment era is done, because a lot of this is showing that a lot of players are taking. Now look, Jimmy Butler, I guess got what he wanted out of it. I guess he kind of got what he wanted out of it. I got a message. I'm getting a little sidetrack because I'm getting a message from my boy, talk about how I'm hypocritical because of what the Knicks gave up for Bridges and stuff like that. I'll get into all of that later. I'll get into all of that later. But the player empowerment movement era is over. Like, GMs have shown that they have, front offices and owners have shown, listen, we pay you handsomely. You're not going to get what you want when you want it, how you want it. And again, you can say what you want about that. You can say how, when Dennis Schroeder says it's modern day slavery, and this guy he's been poor Dennis Schroeder. But this is the era we live in, man. This is the era we live in, and what can you do about it? Listen, I'm just going to get into quickly the winners and losers I'm going to keep this video kind of short. A lot of people have made their takes. Again, you got to look at it. The teams that they know that they're not going to do anything right this year. There's teams that are trying to put themselves in better financial standing. There's teams that are trying to put themselves to get assets. So everybody is motivated. So there's really no real losers. There's really nobody I'm saying, damn, what the hell were you thinking doing this? There's nobody out there like that. Nobody, in my opinion. So quickly, I'm going to say one of the winners is definitely Dallas. I think they're in win now mode. They're in win now mode. They got what they wanted. They're assembling a lot of people. They did not give up the farm to trade Luka. I mean, like, they didn't get LA's farm. So they kept a lot of their core talent, and that, again, that's a lot that they have. So they got picks, stuff like that. The Lakers have emptied the cupboard, and they've gone for win now mode with the Mark Williams move. I'll get into what I think of that move probably in another video, because I'm trying to keep this one short. But San Antonio won. I mean, you get De'Aaron Fox at his age. He's 26, 27. You're comparing him up with a generational talent and Wembanyama. They won last night against the Hawks. Had to get it down to the stretch. Philly made a move, right? The Knicks made a little minor move, got rid of just to get under the salary cap. So I think I was going to go with the big winners. I think San Antonio won. I think one loser. If I can go losers, Golden State. I don't like the Jimmy Butler move at all. I think Miami won. I understand what Golden State is doing, and you're trying to squeeze the orange out of this juice, but you now are stuck with a fully over 35 cast. You got rid of Wiggins. Kuminga again cannot get a consistent run. You're not really developing your talent. They gave up a lot to get Jimmy. Jimmy is going to decline from here on out, and then they paying him $61 million a year at that. I don't see how Golden State won. Miami got a big haul for Jimmy, which, Pat played it perfectly. I said it back then. I say he played it perfectly. New Orleans is completely reset. They got decent amount for their assets. We'll see if they make any moves with the rest of their guys coming up. Really, it's the injuries with them. Oh my God, I don't know what the hell is going on, man. That's just the injury capital of the world is New Orleans right now for the NBA. Sacramento did a little reshuffling of the deck, I would say. So I'm gonna do this a little bit more detailed. I'll take some notes. Probably later on tonight, you'll see later on what GoCast on what I got to say about it. But man, this is, I guess, the two things: the few big winners. I'm gonna say I'm not gonna say. I'm gonna wait and see on the Lakers. Again, they made a move for long term, but then they also went and tried to do a win now move by giving up the rest of their assets, pretty much for Mark Williams, who, again, is a talented player. The reason why he went in the lottery, but he's played 85 games over the first 2.5 seasons of his career. So he's played less than 40% of the available games. And that's something you're gonna, you gotta hope, you better pray that turns around and fast. So, I'm gonna keep it as under 10 minutes. This has been a hell of a trade deadline. We'll look back at 2025 and think, where were you when all these trades broke down? When I had to go follow Shams on X and Instagram, man, just to keep up with everything. But yeah, man, these are my thoughts on this trade deadline. All right, guys.